Finally, here comes grid series videos from last year. Round 1 takes on the GP2 members event format, starting with a 15-minute practice session. I went third fastest in this session, despite my fastest lap being a 58.6. I had recorded all of these videos, edited them together, had them ready to upload. Then I decided I didn't like them. The energy was off. These races didn't go particularly well for me, and one of them I even ended up just giving up as I'd had enough, and that negative energy had come over through into my commentary. And so once I'd watched them back, I chose to start again and try and make a more positive look at things. Well, where I can. I'm now going to jump into kart 24 and head out for the 15-minute qualifying session. Whilst I was able to go faster than in that first practice session, a 58.3 second lap saw me qualify in 4th place of my group. Grid Series has been run with 2 groups of mixed weight classes, and now all the times would be calculated to see who qualified where overall. The fastest then goes into the first race, the second fastest into the second race, and so on until we get to the end. By chance, I'm back in kart 24 for that race. And that 4th place has somehow got me starting in 7th overall. The other group must have had some very quick qualifying times. So the lights go green and we're off. I'm only seeing lightweight drivers ahead of me, so that's some good news so far. I get a tag on the exit of turn 1 and I try to force them onto a tight line going into turn 2, but Danny is able to make it ahead. Now I have a middleweight driver in front of me, a position then that I'd quite like to get back. I get tagged on the rear again going into the lower pits, slightly unsettling my kart. The GP2 format requires all drivers to go into the pits during the race and change into another kart. and it may only be lap 2, but Tom decides to swap his kart now, clearly unhappy with the one that he's got. I can get pretty close to Danny, but any time I've tried to make a move, it was almost as though he was telepathic, knowing where I was going to go. He sees me coming to his inside and blocks my path. As I swerve over to avoid braking, Alfie goes into that gap and makes it a little wider so he can come on through. Lap 4 was then spent catching back up to Danny and Alfie. It did result in a new personal best lap time. Remember, this race took place on the 15th of August, so this new fleet of karts was less than 3 months old and getting faster all the time. With what looks like a bit of communication between the two hails up ahead, they swap positions rather cleanly. I tried my best to follow Alfie through, but Danny covered it off well. With Alfie now far off in the distance, Danny decides to go in for his kart swap, rather than continuing to be held up by Darcy. Despite giving a great defence, Darcy is clearly fed up with her kart too now and goes in to do her swap. Where's Alfie got to, and can I catch him back up? He's not too far ahead, and it looks like he's being held up a little bit at the moment. If I can put in some clean laps, I might have a chance to catch back up. I can just about make out all 5 drivers ahead of me. I appear to be catching them all at this current rate. But of course, catching is one thing, passing is another. And Alfie does just that, passing the kart ahead for 4th place. I'm very much hoping that, like myself, all the drivers ahead still have to make their own pit stops too. I keep checking the pit lane as I pass. I'm trying to look for a fast kart, but I've not seen one I like just yet. I was able to find another 4/10ths trying to catch up to anyone up ahead. Another new personal best lap time in this new fleet of karts. As Alfie has now joined the train of those front runners, I'm on the back of this other kart trying to find my own way past him. The door is left open and it ends up being a straightforward pass. 1, 2, 3, 4 karts up ahead. That's it, the front of this race. I'm still presuming we've all got to make our pit stops though. It's soon going to be time to make a tough decision. Do I join the train or do I take the risk and lose this quick kart? I decide to stick with it, for now at least. And I'm still not quite ready yet. I checked the pits, but it was too late. I couldn't see. I'm also looking out for Danny, because is he catching back up? Has my tactic gone wrong? The green flag is waved to say there are 5 minutes left. If you haven't stopped yet, start thinking about doing so now. And because I was already thinking about it, I decided to go straight in. If I left it later, I risked someone ahead pitting at the same time and delaying my own stop. I hop over into kart 13. Hopefully it doesn't pan out to be an unlucky one for me today. And it immediately feels slow. There's nothing I can do though, I just have to push it as hard as I can for these remaining few laps. Alfie has now swapped his car and is out straight in front of me. He started the race behind me and I'd like him to finish behind me, but whose kart is quicker? Okay, it seems my kart is quicker, but do I have the skills required to pass the 2023 BIKC lightweight champion? I'm not going to commentate this, as quite frankly the battle speaks for itself. Enjoy! So yeah, the answer was not quite. I need some extra skills. Watching this back, I should have been a little bit more aggressive on lap 29. Having got in front, but on the outside heading to turn 2, I left far too much space on the inside for Alfie to place his kart in. Yes, he ran me into the barrier, but he was expecting me to cut underneath rather than use that grippy line on the outside of turn 2. It was a great battle with the then reigning lightweight champion nonetheless. At this point, I was happy with my 6th place finish, and as far as I could work out, I was the lead middleweight driver. The middleweight podium was called out with Danny Hale in 3rd place, and I'm in 2nd. Wait, what? And at this point I couldn't work out who the other middleweight driver was. Alfie Hale. It was bloody Alfie Hale. Now I'm really cross with myself for that turn 2 lack of aggression. In 2023, middleweight started at 75 kilograms. In 2024, that was changed to be drivers weighing over 70 kilograms, moving Alfie up to those middleweights. Great. Round 2 comes up next, then taking on the Tin Tops format, and yes, Alfie Hale stars once more.
No.